We're in Adelaide to talk with Neville Hall and Danielle DeChocco from specialist firm Behive about the challenges of getting Green Star buildings to perform as intended. So guys, tell us about yourselves and Behive.
Well, my journey has been 40 years in making buildings work, firstly in the major hospitals of New South Wales, for the past 12 years in major construction projects here in Adelaide, including some of Australia's largest and some of the first Green Star NABERS rated buildings.
I've worked with Neville for over 10 years, initially as a project engineer on major construction projects in South Australia, particularly on the focus of building services, commissioning, energy efficiency. Ultimately, we came to the same conclusion that yes, commissioning and handover on buildings is important, but ultimately it's ensuring that the building owner is actually getting what they've paid for their facility and asset. Hence, that's what Behive is about.
So Neville, we're here at the Wave BDO building in Adelaide. Can you share with us some of the things that you showed me on the tour around earlier on?
Yeah, what we have here are two significant near-new buildings with the challenge of achieving a 4.5 star NABERS energy rating. While the buildings are new and relatively simple, there are barriers, and for example, the buildings are well set up with energy and water meters. However, it's not easy to interrogate those meters and therefore not easy to determine how the building is actually operating.
Significantly, we're here 3 years after the project has been handed over. Essentially, we're retrieving this information about the building's operation, its energy efficiency consumption, and how it's controlled.
So Danielle, are there O&M manuals for this building?
Yes, as many buildings, there are O&M manuals. Often this information is often difficult to retrieve. Once it is obtained, it's somewhat very disappointing to discover that the information is often incomplete or inaccurate.
This is not a criticism of the buildings, which on the whole are well designed and great places to work and visit. Rather, it's an observation that the construction process was seen as the end goal rather than considering the building's ongoing life cycle.
So Danielle, what are the key issues here?
The key issue here is that commissioning and handover is the critical link. It provides the foundation of ongoing maintenance of a building, but it's also very important that it's accurately recorded and verified.
So Neville, what were your disappointments with the current process?
One of our constant disappointments is the commissioning results provided in the manuals. While these are usually neat and well typed, they often contain blank spaces where there should be notes, dates and signatures. We prefer scanned hard copy information taken directly from site, and while they may be a bit grubby, the notes and the verification by the contractor and the commissioning agent make them a valuable document. This process is also consistent with the CIBSE commissioning codes.
So Danielle, what are the steps to fix this problem?
We see that there are 3 important steps to improve this process. One is creating a commissioning and handover plan that clearly defines the process, the responsibilities of the designer, the builder, facility managers, and the owner. Step 2 is really the importance, and the client must enforce the plan. Finally, step 3 is a means of capturing the information so that it can be reused for the ongoing management of the owner's facility and asset.
So Neville, is OMTrak useful?
OMTrak is a tool with which we've worked and provides the structure for effectively compiling the commissioning and handover records. Additionally, it also provides an effective quality assurance and review process. This ensures that the completed manuals are in fact representative of the actual building.
As Neville's mentioned, OMTrak, another benefit is actually having all the building services on one CD in which we can constantly review over. The other benefit of the actual CD, it is actually really simple to use.
So thank you, Daniela and Neville, for sharing your thoughts, and also our thanks to Adabco and Edge Developments for letting us access the building. So if you're looking to improve the handover for your new buildings or your existing facilities for that matter, then talk to the guys at Behive.